Hi, I wanted to tell you, actually I wanted to compare for you these two primers that are kind of the two most popular ones, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is a little baby one. This is not what the standard size looks like. The standard size is quite a bit bigger. It's probably, you know, similar to this tube in height, maybe a tiny bit shorter. But this is a baby one. It's only 3.7 milliliters or 0.13 fluid ounces that came with my Book of Shadows, my Urban Decay Book of Shadows Volume 2. So I've been using Urban Decay forever. I had a full-size tube of it that I had run out of, and the Too Faced Shadow Insurance I've been hearing good things about. I wanted to try it. On the one hand, the Urban Decay worked really well for me, so I thought, you know, do I want to risk it? But on the other hand, I was really curious, and curiosity got the best of me. I had a Sephora coupon, so I got one of these, and I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. So hopefully I can give you, you know, good comparison of these two primers, because for the longest time I myself wondered, you know, well, is one really better than the other? And, you know, which one do I get? That's kind of what I wondered initially when I ended up getting the Urban Decay, and that's why I got this one too, because I've been curious about it. So the Urban Decay, we all know, shoddy packaging because you have all the primer stuck in the chubby part here and in the bottom here. So their wand is now a little bit tilted, so you can kind of scrape away at this chubby part, but still it doesn't go all the way down, so you're gonna have some primer in the bottom. People cut these things open. My old one, I cut it open. I cut the fat part, I cut the bottom part, scraped it out. The knife cuts through this like butter, by the way. I just used like a steak knife, put it in a little jar. Eventually it dried up though in my little jar, so not the best place to store it. I know people put it in like empty lip gloss tubes and things like that, but that was just too much effort on my part. I was being too lazy. I just thought, you know, I'll just put it in this jar, and of course it dried up, which I should have known. So the thing with this one though is this tube is much more effective in squeezing it out. You can kind of get almost the last of it. It's like a, you know, toothpaste. You can probably like roll it once it's empty. But the thing for me is this isn't perfect packaging either, honestly, because first of all, I don't know if it's just mine, but it seems to kind of separate a little bit the product, and I have to shake it up, which I've done a couple of times, and that solves the problem. And then squeezing out, I mean, sometimes it's easy to get a little tiny amount out of here, but sometimes, especially when it's like a brand new tube, you accidentally squeeze and you're like, oh, I got way too much, you know, because you just need the tiniest little amount for your entire eye, or even both of your eyes. And, you know, you can't really put it back in here. But, I mean, that's not a huge problem, honestly. I only have done that like one time where I squeezed out too much by accident. You get used to it as you use it. And this, obviously, you don't have that problem. But this packaging is probably worse. It probably has more problems than this packaging here. But honestly, the products to me are almost identical. They both work the same way. My eyeshadow doesn't crease. What am I wearing today? I think today I'm wearing Too Faced Shadow Insurance, I think. And I've worn this for a couple weeks now, and the Urban Decay I've worn for like ever, because I've had it for a long time. And really, I don't notice a difference between, you know, they both don't make my eyeshadows crease. They both, you know, help bring out the color decently of my eyeshadows. So, and they both look the same. When you apply them, they just kind of blend right in, become, you know, clear. They don't add any color to my eyelids, and have almost like that matte, silky, you know, slippery finish that primers have. So honestly, I thought for the longest time, back and forth, you know, what can I tell them, you know, aside from the packaging, the actual product, you know, is anyone better than the other at any certain thing? And for me, honestly, they're not. So if you're buying, you know, maybe you get one of these in a kit or something, like this comes in some of the Urban Decay palettes. I'm sure this comes in something too. don't really worry about, you know, am I getting the best product? Because honestly, for me, these perform the same. And I know everyone's different, and I've heard people, you know, say this one is better, and I've heard people say this one is better, but to me, I can't sense a difference. So really, aside from the packaging, the product itself works just the same. So I think I'm kind of repeating myself here, but that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you. I just wanted to tell you about the packaging. I wanted to tell you about the little bit of separation I've experienced with this, and I just shake it up like this, and that tends to fix it for me. So other than that, you know, I think they're both great. Get whatever one you want. I think this one's maybe $1 more. Maybe try to compare the how much product you're getting, how many like fluid ounces is in this versus this, so you can see maybe one of the, this is kind of a big tube. I have a feeling you might be getting more product in here, but that's just a wild guess. And then this, of course, keep in mind, you're gonna have to like cut it open if you want to, or you can just get a new one, but you have some product that will remain. So really make the decision for yourself, but they're both great. I highly recommend them both. My 2 favorite primers so far for my eyeshadow, so really, really love them. The e.l.f. Mineral Primer, I know I've mentioned that before, works well, but a little bit more drying for me than these, so that's the only really thing, but that one didn't make my eyeshadows crease either. So if you want a really cheap alternative, the e.l.f. Mineral Primer will gave me, you know, really good results. So thank you for watching.